back to EW Beauty Talk. Joining me today is Peter Thomsen, the award-winning hairstylist and the ambassador for Dyson. Today we're going to be going through some of their key products, talking about how you can use them, and obviously we'll go through how beneficial they are for your hair when you're styling. So firstly, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you here. And if you can briefly introduce yourself and also talk about how you've been with Dyson and for how long.
Okay, so Peter Thomsen, international ambassador for Dyson, and I've been with Dyson now for, you know, it's been 2.5 years, and it's been a really exciting 2.5 years because, you know, it's one of those companies where it's always thinking forward. There's always something new coming out. The engineering behind the tools is just incredible. So it's really exciting to be here. Thank you.
Amazing. So first of all, let's look at, this was the first launch, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. This was incredible. So we're really loving the dryer. The dryer is just been, you know, transformed. Like back in the 60s, it hasn't been changed since then.
Right.
So it's really nice to see something that's lightweight. It's got beautiful balance. The thing that I really love about the product too is the heat control.
Right.
You know, the engineering that goes behind it is incredible. So what I really love is the fact that the heat doesn't get too hot, but it still dries the hair very quickly.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, which I think is the thing as well, because if we're on the go, we want our hair to look good, but we sometimes kind of risk of damaging it just to make it look, you know, on point.
Yeah, I really do believe that. And these days, you know, people are often at the gym, say, you know, through the day, so they're blow drying their hair more than once.
Yes.
So for me, I feel like this is a great tool for women that have, you know, very porous hair or very fine hair. It's for all types. And the thing is, it's all about the conditioning, but also making sure that you get the hair dry and you get shine. The shine's incredible. So it's all about that intelligent heat control.
Okay, fantastic. And obviously they've got different attachments that you can use.
They really do. And the new attachments that have come out is incredible. So again, they're thinking forward, which is really great. So the attachment we have here, again, it's very fine, but it's wide. So it's really pushing that airflow through, which is smoothing down the cuticle, which is creating shine. And even the temperature controls are really great. They're so easy to use. But what I really love about this product is the filter too. The filter's really quite small. The air comes from through here, from underneath, rather than through the back. So you're not getting any hair caught in the actual filter, and really easy to clean. Yeah. So the thing that I love, you know, it's magnetic. Yeah,
which is fantastic.
It's
the amount of times you use a brush and you knock the nozzle off and you have to pick it up and it's so hot and you're just trying to kind of jam it back on again, and this is just
100%.
done. Yeah.
So automatically it just clicks off, clicks on, and if you need to change the angle of the actual head, it's really quite easy. So they've brought out quite a few new attachments, which is brilliant. So one of them that I really love, it's like a diffused, it's really cool. It's like it diffuses the air. So it's great for people that have really sensitive scalp or quite fine hair. So again, the air is actually diffused really quite softly, but it's still drying. So that way it's not really irritating, you know, people that have sensitive scalps.
Exactly. So it's not like it's hot, but at least it kind of helps even when you have sensitive scalp to kind of have not that direct air hitting your scalp. Yeah,
100%. It's really quite cool. Another one of their new attachments, which I love as well, is the comb. The comb is fantastic for just smoothing the hair back if you want it off your face. Really great for curly hair and also afro hair. So it's great where they just pull out the curl, they want to soften that curl.
Got that volume as well.
Yeah, 100%. So it's really easy to use. And again, magnetic, so easy to change over if you want to change over. Another key product, which I really love, is their diffuser. So their diffuser is like one of the most used products.
It's quite retro to me. I remember, like, you know, those kind of videos of people doing their hair with these kind of huge attachments, and to be honest, to this day I still don't know how to properly use them.
It's really quite cool. Like what they've done, they've invented it in a way where, especially for curly hair or creating curl, the curl sits in these long prongs. So the prongs are longer now, which is really cool. And they have like this metal plate in the center. So that will heat up the hair a little bit more, but it allows the airflow not to blow the curl. So the curl will actually sit like a cup, and it gives you the most beautiful curls and the shine. Just incredible. It's just one of those really great products.
And I guess it's so easy as well to interchange and take with you.
So easy.
And what I really love about it is that it's not noisy at all when comparing to other hairdryers.
Yeah, that's exactly what I love about this. It's the fact that I can actually hear my clients when I use it in the salon. So I use it professionally, and my wife also has one at home, but she loves the fact that it's not too noisy.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be so damaging, you know, when it's constantly blowing in your ear, or it's got that really high pitch, but I find with the Dyson it's so quiet, works brilliantly.
And how hot does it actually get?
It gets up to 100, so it doesn't get too hot at all.
Right.
So other dryers are like around 230.
Oh wow.
So you can really see.
So using that direct heat, wow, okay.
Absolutely.
You can really see the steam coming off the hair sometimes.
You can, and it's the smell of burning hair.
Oh.
So with the Dyson you don't get that. And that's what I love about it. You know, it just, the engineers have put so much thought into moving this product forward and into the future. It's really quite exciting.
Yeah, because especially when you think like in order to get a good style, I need to use heat in order to manipulate the hair. And they're sort of
100%.
saying, no, you don't.
Correct.
You just need to use, you know, a few good tools, a couple of skills, and then you can have just a stronger style.
That's exactly right.
Amazing.
Perfect.
So when we move into this one, so this was the Nest one that they launched.
Yeah, this is really quite cool. So it's a styling tool.
I'll hand it over to you.
Yes, thank you. Brilliant. No, this is fantastic. So this is our Airwrap. Now with our Airwrap, the thing that we love about this is that you're actually creating curl by using just damp hair.
Right.
So we're not actually going in on dry hair where we're creating more damage using hotter tools.
Right.
So this will actually create body and curl and movement.
Right.
But it will create like so many other styles. There's so many attachments here. So we can go from straight to wavy.
Yeah.
It's really quite cool. So
we've got these guys, which are these
are
the same
brilliant.
ones?
So these are the barrels, which we really love. So these are the 40mm barrels.
Oh,
So
okay, and then you've got the skinnier ones here.
correct, that's
Perfect.
right. So the 40mm barrel, what you find is it'll give you hair body. So it's almost like you've been to a professional salon to give you a professional blowout.
Dream.
I know, right? And so easy to use. So the way that we use it is the arrows actually face in one direction. So depending on where you want that curl to sit. So if you want it to sit forward, you have the arrows facing forward.
Okay.
If you want it to sit back, you have the arrows facing back. So it's really quite easy for people to use that aren't so clever with hair.
Okay.
That's what I love about the Dyson.
Right.
The Airwrap, what I also love about it is the fact that you can create body on damp to dry. So that's where you're getting your condition.
Yeah.
You're sort of not over drying the hair and then going in with a really hot tool on top
Does
of
that help with the shine of the hair as well?
100%.
Yeah.
So the shine for me, I think, is really quite beautiful. But again, it gives you more of like a blowout feel.
Yeah.
Like it's not a hot tong. It's more like a blow dry finish.
Right.
It creates beautiful curl.
So it's got a softness to it.
Correct,
Yeah.
it really does.
Okay.
But the trick is also, I mean, if you're in doing your makeup and your hair's still a bit damp, you don't have to get a dryer out, dry that off and then tong. This will do it all in one, which is incredible.
Amazing. And
really
then
cool.
we have these guys as well as the
That's
attachments.
right.
So these are, you brush through your hair. I
That's
suppose.
right, correct. So we have the smoothing brush, which is really cool. And we also have the brush that, this is fantastic.
It's like a bag of goodies. Like, honestly, I just keep pulling stuff out. It's amazing.
It's incredible. All the attachments are really, really cool. So we have this one, which is like for thicker hair.
Okay.
So it has more teeth in it. So what happens, it's easy to work through the hair. And because the airflow sort of faces down, what happens is it really smooths the hair out quite beautiful.
Right.
And you can also create body.
Okay.
So going from wet
going
to
for
dry.
the roots kind of.
Correct.
Okay, right.
So if we were to attach and you were to use this, you would use it quite easily rather than using a brush and a dryer.
Right,
You've got it all in one.
Yeah, amazing.
Which is cool.
That would kind of, you'll have to get used to it, I suppose, because you're kind of used to doing with two hands. But
Absolutely.
Just kind of,
Really simple.
Okay.
So you're just like using the airflow and using the brush to angle it down. It gives you a really beautiful shine and a lot of body as well, which is really, really cool. So then we have, what have we got here?
We've got the round brush. And this is this similar then?
Yes, this is similar. So this is for finer hair.
Oh, okay.
So the teeth are a little bit closer. So what happens is you just get a little bit more tension.
Okay.
So it's really great. I mean, if you've got family members that have, say, different hair types, you can use the one tool rather than having a drawer full of so many different tools, which
and
is
as
crazy.
you know, women change their hair all the time. So, you know, you
All
can
the
go
time.
from having like long hair, then you want to make it short. And so kind of having a tool that gives you that versatility is spot on.
Absolutely.
And then we've got this one over
Yes.
here.
So this is almost like, it gives you like a hot roller finish. So it just gives the hair a little bit more body.
Right.
You can also create a lot of root lift on the crown.
Okay.
So it's really cool for that, which we love. Again, so if someone just wants a really bouncy dry, they want it smooth but the end's tucked under a bit or the end's flicking out, this is a great tool for that.
So with all of these, you use them on damp hair?
Damp hair,
okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And then I'm not sure what this one is.
There's so many. This is a pre-styler.
Okay, there we go. And then we have this one.
Yes. So this is our pre-styler. So
okay.
what this actually does, it's really quite cool if your hair's quite damp.
Right.
Then you want to dry it to like maybe 80% dry. Now what is 80% dry? That's where you sort of feel your hair and it still feels a bit cold. There's a little bit of moisture left in the hair. So we use this first. That's to dry off. Then after we do that, then it's again really easy to change over. Okay. Then we actually go in with, I really love this for beach waves as well.
Oh, okay,
this is really cool. So this is our 30 mil because some people don't necessarily want a classic curl. They want something maybe a little bit cooler, but they don't want to be damaging their hair either. Okay. So what we actually do, we wind the hair and we leave the ends out. Because it's a smaller 30 mil barrel, it'll create a little bit more wave, which looks really, really cool.
So technically you can just have this tool without really having the hair dryer? If I'm not being cheeky?
Oh, she's being a little, no, not really, but you know, that's a really good point because...
Just because of this one, maybe if you dry it and you want to style it in these certain ways, then maybe it's...
That's a really good point. But what I can say, no, that's a great point because we get that question all the time. The thing is with that question is some people have quite curly hair. Right. So what they want to do, they want to smooth that out. So you really need so you really need this nozzle that's a little bit slimmer so it really pulls that curl out. So after you've pulled the root area out, then you go in with any other attachment. Yeah, which is quite,
amazing. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna slightly dampen my hair and we're gonna try using and see what we can create. So I have just dampened my hair and we're gonna be using the Airwrap to show you a really quick way to do amazing beach waves, but we're also gonna show you how to do a classic curl as well, so you get an idea of both. Okay, so what is the setting that we are working on?
So it's really easy to use. So we have 3 settings. So we have our on and on switch and our cool button. So to use our cool button, we have to hold it up and then the air will go cool. And what that will do, that'll actually set the curl, which is brilliant.
Amazing.
So then we have the fan speed and then the heat speed. So we've got high heat and high speed.
All right, perfect.
So we're gonna switch on, we're gonna show you a classic. It's really easy to use, it's so fun. So what we do is we actually hold the hair out and then we hold it 10 centimeters away from the end. We switch on and we bring the barrel actually really close to the ends and it wraps around automatically, which is really quite cool. So after that, we just bring the barrel into the scalp area, depending if you want like a lot of volume or less volume, it's totally up to you. Then we go cool button. Now the cool button, you leave on for 10 seconds. So after we have the cool button, we switch off and then we release. And then you have it. You have this little spring curl. Now, it's really interesting when people go, oh my God, that's so curly. But it actually drops really quite beautiful. So after you allow it to set, you do that all the way through and you just give it a brush out and you get this beautiful blowout. It's really quite beautiful.
Even though it was on high heat, it did not bother me at all because sometimes, you know, when you go to a hair salon and they press the heat and you can really feel it and it's uncomfortable.
That's a great
point. Not at all.
It
just felt great.
And the thing is too, you find the condition of the hair, like it feels so soft. Like if you feel that, the condition just by using the heat, because it's not too hot.
Exactly. And I don't have that many products in my hair. I only have a cream in my hair at the moment, so I don't need to use anything.
So let's show you beach waves now. Let's do a beach wave, shall we?
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to come over on this side. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to grab a strand of the hair. So we'll grab a strand just a little bit back from the fringe. And we're going to actually wrap the hair already around the barrel. So when we're wrapping, we're going to leave the ends out. So we switch on. This is really quite cool, very modern. Leave the ends out. Then we go cool button, and then after cool we switch off, and then we release. And you get this really cool bend in the hair. I love this. This is really quite popular. Again, it's very soft, very shiny. You're leaving the ends out, so you're getting more of an unstructured sort of curl, which is really quite cool.
So we're going to do the full look, but if we are using it at home, do we start at the front, at the back? How do we kind of approach it?
That's really good. So what we want to do is we want to separate the hair into two sections. So maybe from the top of the ear, so then we use the underneath section first, then the top, and then the front.
Amazing.
So at the moment we're looking a little bit bouncy, but you can see how that's holding. It's really soft and really quite beautiful. But we're going to create our total look, which is exciting.
Awesome. So here we have the finished look, and before we let you go, we'd love to know a few hair tips of yours that you recommend to people. So for example, what would you suggest for humidity? Is it product? Is it styling?
I reckon definitely for humidity it's product. So you want to make sure that the product is right for your hair. Always moisturizing products. There's so many great products out now that are great for humidity. The most important thing though is make sure you don't have any moisture left in your hair. So you really want to make sure completely dry. Because if you walk out and the hair's still like a little bit damp, as soon as that humidity hits the hair, the water hits the hair, automatically, So that's really important. We want bone dry hair.
Okay, fantastic. And in terms of giving some hydration back into the hair, is it masks? Is it oils? What do we use?
100%. I really feel like that. Obviously the Dyson is conditioning with the heat control, but also it's great to do a mask once a week. I feel like sometimes people don't necessarily do that. They don't have time to look after their skin. But it's so easy like to use a really beautiful moisturizing mask. Shampoo twice, always shampoo twice. Leave it in mid-lengths and ends. Leave it in for a good 10 minutes, allow it to absorb into the hair, but don't leave it in overnight because that actually coats the hair. People don't realize that. They think they can leave it in overnight and it's going to be really soft in the morning, but sometimes it reverses. So it's really important you leave your mask on maximum 15 to 20.
And I have an extra one to throw in because this is something else recommended and I'm a bit skeptical about it. Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
What is this mayonnaise thing and why is it happening and how the hell do I get away with from home without getting weird looks?
Have you ever tried mayonnaise?
No.
You know what, I have to be honest.
I don't understand what it is.
I've never tried it either. But I think it's definitely the moisture and the protein. So it's the egg.
So you kind of put it in your hair?
Yeah.
And it's meant to give you what, shine?
Yeah, shine. So shine and moisture. So I think it's a protein in the egg.
So if you don't have a mask on hand,
absolutely,
grab some mayonnaise.
You could try this. I've heard so many great.
Can you imagine a mayonnaise tutorial? Goodness me. But then somebody told me about you use some apple vinegar in order to get the smell out afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Wow, that's really cool. Like that actually would work because it would counteract the smell of the egg, right?
There you go. We're learning something here.
But absolutely. So I would definitely give that a go.
Oh God. We'll see. We'll keep you posted. But thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure having you here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Make sure to subscribe. Bye.